Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for the most crucial updates in the global currency landscape. What we're covering today may represent the most significant moment in the history of the Iraqi dinar. After years of predictions, debates, and countless delays, the long-anticipated revaluation, commonly known as the RV, has officially been confirmed. This is not hearsay or speculation. Verified information has surfaced, indicating that the dinar has been revalued, and major banks are beginning to act. If you've held onto your currency waiting for this day, the window of opportunity may have finally opened. Yes, it's true, the Iraqi dinar has undergone an official revaluation as of the current date in the USA, marking a historic milestone. For many years, the currency was held down by economic turmoil, war, and mismanagement, but now we're seeing the results of reforms, restructuring, and renewed global trust in Iraq's economy. Banks have received instructions, rates are changing, and early access information is beginning to circulate. The numbers are not just shifting, they're transforming lives. Let's dive into what this means, what you need to do, and how to prepare without rushing blindly into the unknown. At the heart of this development is a confirmed exchange rate adjustment. According to reliable internal updates from commercial banking institutions, the new rate is approximately $3.47 USD per 1 IQD. Let that sink in. The prior official rate had hovered around 1,300 IQD per USD, so this is a substantial leap. If you're holding 1 million dinar, its new value may be close to $3,500,000 USD. For some, this could mean paying off mortgages, investing in long-term assets, or simply achieving long-awaited financial security. But before you make any decisions, it's vital to understand the steps required to safely complete an exchange. Inside Iraq, local financial institutions have already been instructed by the central bank to use the updated rate for domestic transactions. In the United States, major financial players such as Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America have reportedly begun setting up special desks specifically to handle IQD conversions. Many of these locations are operating by appointment only and require currency pre-verification. This includes authenticating notes, inspecting for damage, and ensuring the bills were legally acquired. For those with larger holdings, redemption centers, specialized facilities separate from public branches, are being used to process higher value exchanges with added security. If you are preparing to exchange, do not simply walk into a bank expecting immediate service. Call ahead. Confirm whether your chosen branch is participating in the exchange. If they aren't, ask if they can refer you to an affiliated redemption location. Most centers will not process large exchanges without verifying your dinar's origin. That may include requesting certificates of authenticity or purchase records. Many banks are employing currency validation machines and legal experts to streamline the process, but that doesn't mean it will be quick. Without proper documentation, you risk delays or outright rejection. Another important point to remember is that not all IQD notes are being treated equally. If your bills are damaged, outdated, or purchased from unreliable third-party dealers, you may face additional scrutiny. Before scheduling your appointment, inspect your currency. Check for wear, tears, or unusual markings. Verify the source and, if possible, ensure your dinar matches currently accepted note designs issued by the Central Bank of Iraq. Then, redemption centers and banks alike are prioritizing security and traceability. The more you prepare, the smoother your exchange will be. There's also a significant legal and financial angle to this process, especially when it comes to taxation. In the United States, profits from foreign currency exchange may fall under capital gains taxation. This means if you bought your dinar at a lower value and are now exchanging it at the new rate, the IRS may treat that difference as taxable income. It is strongly advised that you consult with a certified tax professional before completing any transactions. Don't assume everything you receive is tax-free. Preparation now can prevent major financial issues later. If you're unsure what to do next, here's a logical first step. Secure your dinar in a safe location. preferably a fireproof safe or safety deposit box. Then, reach out to your bank and ask whether they're involved in the revaluation exchange. If they are, request an appointment or ask about their procedure for IQD holders. If they aren't participating, ask if they have a list of affiliated redemption centers. In the meantime, gather necessary personal documents like valid photo ID, proof of address, and any certificates or receipts you may have tied to your purchase. One key warning: do not fall for third-party dealers offering low-ball rates or demanding urgent action. Many such operations are attempting to scoop up dinar before the public rollout fully materializes. Stick with official banks or certified redemption centers. Remember, your patience and planning got you this far. Now isn't the time to make impulsive moves that could cost you later. Looking at the bigger picture, Iraq's revaluation didn't happen in a vacuum. The nation's economy has undergone a slow but steady transformation over the past 2 years. Key changes like increased oil exports, stronger global oil pricing, political stabilization, and new trade partnerships have laid the foundation for this move. These efforts were also paired with improved banking systems, tighter anti-corruption measures, and stronger relations with Western financial authorities. The result? A currency that is finally regaining its rightful value on the world stage. Now that the RV has been finalized, Iraq is no longer viewed as a struggling economy, but as an emerging power. The new valuation brings not just financial opportunity for investors, but pride and hope to everyday Iraqi citizens. Salaries now stretch farther, imported goods are more affordable, inflation is slowing, the shift is real, and it's happening now. As the international financial system begins integrating the updated rate, we've already seen the new value reflected across platforms like SWIFT, Bloomberg, and Reuters. That means the dinar's revised status is now recognized by global institutions, allowing for international wire transfers, banking transactions, and cross-border settlements using the updated exchange rate. This is a key milestone not just for investors, but also for Iraqi expatriates sending money back home, businesses conducting trade, and institutions preparing to operate in the region. Confidence is growing, not just in Iraq's economy, but in its role on the global financial stage. The revaluation's ripple effects are also being felt in global markets. Iraq's bond ratings have improved. Regional markets in the Middle East are showing renewed investor interest. Financial institutions and hedge funds that had quietly tracked the IQD are now adding dinar instruments to their portfolios. While this doesn't yet amount to a global buying frenzy, it does signal that Iraq is being taken seriously as an economic force. If the dinar maintains this new rate and Iraq sustains its reform momentum, it could become a key player in the region's economic future. For individual investors who believed in the dinar's potential from the beginning, this moment isn't just financial, it's vindication. Years of holding, researching, and waiting have led to a historic shift, and for many, this may finally be the opportunity they envisioned. But remember, this transition comes with responsibilities. How you move forward from here can determine whether this is a short-term windfall or a lasting change in your financial trajectory. It's also important to consider the impact on the average Iraqi citizen. Many Iraqis who earn wages in dinar are now seeing a substantial rise in purchasing power. Everyday expenses like groceries, medicine, and household goods are becoming more affordable. Inflation is easing, giving families a bit of financial breathing room for the first time in years. However, authorities remain vigilant. There are concerns that some retailers might raise prices to exploit the shift. That's why Iraq's central bank and Ministry of Finance are actively monitoring for any signs of price gouging or market manipulation. They've pledged to support the public by providing financial education, subsidies, and emergency tools if necessary. This RV is meant to elevate the country as a whole, not just benefit a select few. By keeping a close eye on the transition, Iraqi authorities are hoping to ensure that the benefits of this change reach every citizen, from Baghdad to Basra. Digital transformation is also on the horizon. Iraq is now actively exploring digital currency systems, similar to the United States' development of a digital dollar. USN. While physical dinar remains in use, the future may bring increased reliance on digital wallets, secure banking apps, and international remittance platforms powered by blockchain or central bank digital currency (CBDC) infrastructure. These tools would allow Iraqis at home and abroad to conduct transactions more quickly, securely, and transparently. It's another sign that Iraq is modernizing in step with global financial trends. However, digital systems take time to build. Physical currency exchanges will remain the norm for now, especially during the first phase of the RV. That said, it's important to keep an eye on future developments. A digital dinar ecosystem could open up new opportunities for low-fee transfers, cross-border trade, and even foreign investment, all powered by secure and auditable systems. Now, regarding logistics, while the revaluation has gone live, the public rollout is still happening in phases. Some banks have already begun honoring the new rate, while others are still finalizing their internal protocols. Don't assume every branch is ready yet. Contact your bank directly, verify their exchange procedure, and request your appointment through their official channels. Avoid any messages, emails, or third-party offers claiming to grant early access. These are often scams. Rushing into unofficial channels could expose you to serious risks, including fraud, counterfeit currency, or financial loss. Also consider the volume of people now seeking to exchange. Early movers may experience longer wait times as banks work through the initial wave. There is no need to panic. This isn't a 24-hour window. Banks and financial institutions are expected to offer exchange services for months. Being prepared, rather than being first, will likely serve you better in the long run. Here's a quick action list for dinar holders. First, confirm the legitimacy and condition of your IQD notes. Second, reach out to your bank and ask if they're handling IQD exchanges. If they are, request an appointment. Third, get your identification, proof of address, and any supporting receipts in order. Fourth, speak with a tax professional about how to report the gains. And finally, decide ahead of time how you'll manage your exchanged funds. Whether you plan to invest, pay off debts, or build long-term savings, having a solid plan will make all the difference. You're hearing concerns like, what if I miss the window? The truth is, you won't. This isn't a flash sale. It's a carefully organized process that's designed to last. Banks will continue offering exchange services for the foreseeable future. You're not being left behind, and you haven't missed out. What matters is making smart, informed choices, not rushing into something you don't fully understand. So where does this leave us? The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is real, active, and in motion. Whether you hold a little or a lot, this moment has the potential to shift your financial future, but only if you take the right steps. Stay calm, stay cautious, and most importantly, stay informed. Here at Iraqi Dinar News, we'll continue to track every update, every rate change, and every shift in bank procedures, so you're never in the dark. If you found this report helpful, consider sharing it with others. Let your fellow investors and dinar holders benefit from verified information rather than rumors. And if you've already had a successful exchange, we'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thank you for watching Iraqi Dinar News. We'll be back soon with more breaking developments. Until then, review your documents, secure your currency, and prepare for the next chapter in this remarkable financial journey. The revaluation has begun, and the future is finally here.